Don't need permission to start again.
I don't really know.
I'm not just the one.
You brought me here.
You came
I'm
under your
where
own
I
accord.
begin.
You straight up were like, I'll drive my own car. You don't
Yeah,
know.
that was the time frame because of a time frame.
Bit by
But
bit,
you're
took
like,
my
hey,
own
I want to do a quick podcast.
Well,
I didn't sound like that.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, I want to do a fucking...
Hey.
That's,
It was kind of like,
bro, that's not how it was at all. That's not how it was at all. Get out of here. This nigga. Anyways,
I don't
that's
make
not
the
how it
rules.
was at all.
well,
You let me know when you're ready so I can push record and get going. Look at your mic.
didn't you say clip it? Didn't I?
No, yeah.
Maybe I should use the magnet.
You can use the magnet. There you go. Put it right there and put it right there. There you go. But it's gotta.
Otherwise, you'll be
Yeah.
like,
Otherwise, it ain't gonna do all that. But you just won't hear it well. And don't talk like this either.
it's a habit.
You see where the mic is at? Picture me right there. Hi guys.
When you did that, you ever see Calvin Grimes?
Calvin Grimes? No.
He walks up to people like in like the supermarket and starts messing with them and talking. When you did that, you look just like him.
Oh, is he the gay dude?
I don't know if he's gay or not.
I think so.
Is he gay?
I don't know if he's
because he
gay.
always flirting with women. So that's
Oh, he might not be gay. I don't know who I'm talking about. It's cool.
I'm gonna show him to you later.
Yeah.
But,
All right.
I'm not gonna remind me. That's who you remind me of.
You know, nah, for me, I just, bro, like, to me, what I'm doing is instead of having these long 30-minute, hour-long podcasts all the time, because some people don't have time for that, almost everybody has like 10 minutes, you know? And so, like, somebody's listening to something in the car for 10 minutes, what can we talk about to give them some type of insight, you know? Some type of something that maybe you've been through, walked through, or whatever that you can share with somebody. And I think the conversation that we were having about father-in-laws is dope. We ain't got to get into everything.
Nigga, you can get me in trouble. Wait, we recording now?
Yeah,
Let me
we've been
double check.
recording, bro.
Listen, watch what you put on here.
It's been recorded.
Watch what you put on here. I'm not gonna speak ill of the dead.
No, you shouldn't. And I'm not saying for you to speak ill of them, but I'm saying like the experience that you had, you know? Like I just talked about my experience that I had, you know, and we ain't got to talk about that. We can talk about something else, bro. We could talk about, bro, let's talk about what it's like to raise firstborn sons.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The protectiveness that you feel as a father, you know? Bro, let me start it with this. I struggled for years with my son. I was jealous of him because I never got to have a dad there that played ball with me, that protected me, that loved me, that hugged me when things were going on. I was so jealous of my son.
I feel for me it was the opposite. He was literally a fulfillment of a dream. Like I wanted to be married. I wanted 4 kids. Until I had 1, I was like, ain't no way I'm having 4. That ain't happening. But he was a fulfillment of a dream. Like I remember when he was born, I sat in silence and I counted his fingers and counted his toes, and I couldn't speak for a minute. Like I was so in awe of him, but not jealous at all. Like proud, like extremely proud. Just to have a kid, it wouldn't have mattered if it at the time if it was a boy or a girl, but I was just like, he was the fulfillment of a dream.
Wow.
Like, that was the only ambition I had, was to be married and to have a kid and have kids.
Wow.
And he was the fulfillment. I didn't have any dreams after that. Like everything else is like, but he was the fulfillment of a dream.
He was the fulfillment of a dream. That's crazy, man. It's crazy the different experiences that you have, you know, because even though as time grew is when I got that feeling of being jealous of my son. But when he was first born, I cried in the delivery room, like cried. And I was thanking all the nurses, and there was this huge emotional swing for me, you know? And, you know, they do that little like burrito wrap thing. I don't know what it's called, but you know, they do that little burrito wrap thing. And so I wrapped my son up, and it was January. It was California, but it was January, so it was a little cold outside. So I wrapped him in the burrito wrap thing. I turned on all the eyes on the stove, and I turned on the oven, opened that, turned on the heater, because I didn't want him to get cold. I didn't want him to get cold.
And then he was sweating 2 minutes later.
Bro, I put him in that thing, and then I could hear him in there like, and so I go in there. I go in there to check on him. Bro, he is beet red, sweating everywhere. And I was like, oh, snap. I almost cooked my baby, you know? So, like, I didn't count fingers and toes, but I did almost cook him. So I guess that's the same.
Well, I remember, like, the nurse says, we're going to change his diaper. Like, I don't even think a half an hour. She's like, no, we're going to change him. And I was like, no, I got to change him. I was the first to change him. And so I go to pull back. She's like, wait. And it goes,
oh, he peed.
The wall, the door. And she's like, so with boys, you got to kind of do it slow. Because as soon as air hits it, it just... This dude hit the wall. She's like, it's okay. It's
bro,
okay.
he had
like,
that.
Shoot,
he had
shoot,
that
shoot.
aim when he was a kid. When he was a baby, he had that aim.
It was a trip, dog. It was a trip.
That's hilarious.
And so we used to have to. And I remember, when we got home, our first apartment, we didn't have anything. Dude. Yeah. We had a TV on the floor, a PlayStation.
Of course, you had a PlayStation.
Had a PlayStation,
bro.
My sister gave us her old dining room set. Mm-hmm. We had no furniture. We had a mattress. Mm. And my life was complete.
Bro, that's so dope.
My life was complete. I had a mattress, my kid in a car seat, and Samantha. And nothing else mattered. I didn't care that we didn't have what we were supposed to have. Yeah. I had my dream. I had my family. And
I feel like, so we both have sons and daughters. And we both, the oldest is a boy and the youngest is a girl. And I think that there's nothing like being a girl dad. Nothing like it. To me, it is the greatest, most rewarding, most fulfilling, most frustrating, most
glad you had a
angrily. Like I have never been moved so quickly in my emotions before in life, having a daughter than ever. Ever. It's crazy. But having a son for a man, I feel like, is a banner of achievement, Like, I don't know what it's like to not have a son, but my son, to me, especially he's my firstborn, to me, he is what keeps my legacy going.
Okay, this is probably gonna sound crazy. I don't even worry about my legacy.
I mean, yeah, it don't, and I don't think that sounds crazy. I don't think that, because I don't think it's a thing that modern days now, like, we are so concerned with.
Right.
I think for me, because all the stuff that I want to do and the forgiveness parts of my life and those things that I'm trying to implement, I have seen that take shape in him. And him learning how to forgive, and him using the tools that I've learned and shared with him in his own life, bro. I mean, they both do it, but seeing my son do it is amazing.
One of the things that I think I'm probably most appreciative, like, if you want to get to the heart of me, like, it's really simple, but it's kindness. Mm-hmm. Like, I cry at kindness. I cry at seeing acts of kindness. And he's the epitome of it. He is not.
Yeah.
He is not. He's not soft in terms of, like, how he carries himself.
Yeah.
But he is gentle, and he is kind. And he's brilliant. He's so smart. Like, he's a wordsmith. He's an actor. He's all these things that don't outshine his kindness. More than anything, that's what I'm proud of the most.
Yeah.
Is that he's kindness. He listens well. I remember before he moved out, I had said, you can stay here as long as you want. You can stay. I don't care if my kids ever moved out. Like, not because I want to keep them here, but A, it's expensive living here. I know how hard it is. I just if you're gonna stay, save. Just save your money. You pay me your little rent and save your money. And he did that. Like, I would tell him, no, I save in like 3 or 4 different places, man. I have like savings account with your mom. I got a savings account. I save my change. I save over here. I do stocks. I do retirement. Like, just figure out how to save. And he literally listened to all of that. So when he came and said, hey, I'm looking at moving out, I was like, word. Like, I didn't have like any worries because he was practicing what I was actually saying. Like, at some point, like, he listened to me. And when he left, like, one of the proudest things as well is that when he moved, he didn't need anything from me and his mom.
Wow.
Like, nothing. He didn't need help moving.
That's rare.
He didn't need any money. He had money for whatever his first and last month rent. He had that. To buy whatever he needed for his apartment, he had that. I had to make him take his bed. He was like, I was gonna buy a new bed. I said, bro, like, I don't know if you priced the bed, but beds aren't cheap. Like, take your mattress. Like, take all that. Hey, because it ain't staying here. It's going. It's no longer your room when you move. So, nah, man, take that. And so he didn't need anything from us.
It was no longer his room, but it was probably a shoe room. Anybody that knows Franklin knows that Franklin has 1 million pair of shoes.
Not a million.
And now I know where he stores them at. Now I know. Come on, bro.
You're dang right.
So if you could share with the audience here today, just one lesson that maybe you've learned from your son, what do you think that'd be?
I think it is. I started a blog, and I remember buying the blog space and not doing anything with it. Like, I didn't have a post. I just bought it. And I bought it because, long story short, a friend of mine had went through something, and her story was so inspiring that it made me want to write about her story. And then I realized, man, everybody has stories. And so as soon as, like, it's weird when you have something in your head, it sounds really good. And then when you actually go to write the vision, then it becomes like, whoa, this is a lot bigger than I thought. That's when it became fearful, but I kept writing it. And I remember right before putting out the first thing, I was like, man, is it gonna matter? Is anyone gonna read it? Is it gonna actually touch anybody? And my son does music, and he's good. He's really good. If he weren't good, I'd be like, oh, let's find something else. But he's really good. And he, during COVID, had put out his first like thing of music. And I remember asking, I was like, hey, so are you worried about, like, if everybody's gonna listen to it and how many people? He was like, no. My goal was to do it. I just wanted to do it. And I did it. That's all that mattered to me. Is that I did it. And I was like, let me go write this blog. Like, he inspired me because it wasn't about, he would love for people to hear it. And he even said that. I want people to hear it. Yeah. But the goal was for me to do it. Everything else that happens afterwards is just a luxury. Yeah. I had the goal to write it, to produce it, and to put it out. And I did that. That was my goal.
That's dope.
And so he inspired me. My friend inspired me to start the blog. He inspired me to actually post something.
Yeah.
And so I would say that is what he's done for me.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's so fire.
Shout out to Gianni.
Bro, where can people read your blog at?
It is called thehearttalks.com. I'm still trying to figure it out. I do have a couple of posts up, but it's called thehearttalks.com.
Dope. Man, I appreciate you. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining us on this episode of A Walk Through the Mud Conversations. All right, y'all. Peace. Bro, that was fun. That was dope.
Half the time I didn't even know. I forgot you were recording.
That's the way it's supposed to be. Because I'm a good interviewer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Baby.
You growing your hair out?